Right. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us for another Zoom podcast for WKS. I'm here with a band called Demure. How are you doing, guys?
Yeah,
Hi, we're good. We're good. How you doing?
Brilliant. Do you want to start off by just going around, introducing yourselves and what you play?
Right, I'm Josh, and I'll go first because I'm the singer.
Igor.
Nice.
I'm Simone, and I play guitar.
Yep, I'm Jeremy. I also play guitar. We're a dual guitar band in this house.
Yeah, never enough guitar.
Fortunately, our drummer can't make it today, but he's a nice guy. And sorry, Thomas, I'll interrupt you again after you.
Yeah, and in the separate window, I'm Thomas, and I'm the bassist.
Okay, superb. So, whereabouts are you based?
Yeah, we're mostly from Brighton. I mean, we're from all around the world, kinda, because like I'm from Italy, Thomas is from France. But I mean, like we just went here to follow our passions, and eventually, yeah, we're based in Brighton because we study here.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
how did you meet then?
It was quite of a long process because I put on the band, putting together like a few musicians, but like just Thomas of was there that stay in the current formation. Then eventually we had to change singer. We got Josh. We had to get another guitarist. We got Jeremy, and we switched something like 3 different drummers so far.
It was a long process, but I think we're finalized now.
Stable.
Yes.
Okay. So, how long have you guys been together as Demure then? You know.
2 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
2
It's
years,
been because we need to count the lockdown. So
Yeah,
which was pretty fun.
flown by.
Brilliant.
2 years including lockdown. It makes a big difference.
yeah. So for the sake of the viewers that may not have heard you, how would you describe your music?
I mean,
Well, like you could say we're a blanket term would be to call us a rock band, but to be honest, we like to take a lot of different stylistic tropes from other genres, and you know we don't like to like just be labeled as a rock band, but I mean it is at the core essence of our music.
It's mainly rock, but we also listen to a lot of psychedelic rock and funk and just
and
wide
even
range of
like
stuff.
more alternative genres, more led towards like even like more pop, maybe environment like Childish Gambino. We listen to a lot, and like maybe even like more acoustic bands. We still haven't gone to the electronics, but we're kind of in the way.
A melting pot of many different styles.
Fair
But
play.
Rock
Fair
is
play.
better.
So who lyricist who produces most of the lyrics?
So I write all of the lyrics for the songs.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's generally like sometimes we can just be in the rehearsal room and I might just improvise a bunch of stuff and then just sort of work from there. That's
Right.
generally how I like to do it because I guess I just like to feel the groove of the song and then just sort of sing. And then once I find a sort of line that I like and that sort of bears some meaning to me, I try and work it from there.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how it goes. A lot of our songs.
We actually kind of like to improvise. We improvise a lot when we're in the rehearsal room, and sometimes like we have some songs that we just jam on the spot, recorded them, and then eventually spend a month
Turn
trying
them
to
into
figure out
song,
what we
yeah.
did.
Right. What did you say then, Thomas? You said
Yeah, I was
something.
going to say basically what Simone said. We basically tend to jam our songs, and that's kind of how we come up with new material.
Okay.
It's great because I think we actually have quite good chemistry together. And Josh really does actually, I think we hear this quite a lot, but actually Josh really does tend to come up with lyrics on the spot, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is quite rare between singers.
Yeah, very good at improvising lyrics. It works out really well in our style.
Well, thank you. I'm trying not to blow my own horn, but
We're blowing it for you.
Yeah, we give you a crown next time. Don't worry. The Burger King one.
What sort of CDs or music have you got out there at the moment then?
we've got one single out there, single called Bedroom Sickness. That's on Spotify, and we've got a music video for it on YouTube. But we're currently in the process of getting our second one done, so that's coming out soon as well.
Yeah, obviously everything's a bit slow with lockdown.
Yeah.
It's taken everything's kind of been pushed backwards We hope to have a little bit more out, like, because we have a lot of material out at the moment. Not out, sorry. We have a lot of material written at the moment,
Yeah.
but we're just trying to move forward and like
Mm.
not let lockdown stop us and just try and forge it through. But the two
play.
tracks, our first two tracks are quite different from each other,
Yeah.
which is something we want to set as a trend throughout one of our releases.
Right, right. So it's obvious that I mean, you three, you must be isolating together or live together, and the other
Oh.
members are separate.
Yeah, we share a household just because like it's really practical for when it comes about band stuff, because we can like coordinate really quickly. And I mean, we're nice housemates, so we enjoy the company. We've been like, we're in third year of uni, and like for year 1 and year 2 we had like different housemates and stuff, but like it was hard.
Thomas does usually live here as well, but he's just because of the lockdown, we're not mixing at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it has been quite nice and relieving to have like your band members who are also
Yeah,
your friends and then you live with, but then like it's a peace of mind, at least, you know, someone to like have
Made it a
in the
lot easier
house.
to keep it together.
Yeah, plus if we live together well now, like if a day like we actually like go into having to spend like several time together, we already know that it's gonna work, which
Yeah.
I think is quite an important thing in bands, because a lot of the
Yeah.
dynamics actually like start to emerge when like bigger things come out.
Right, right. So how has sort of, apart from the fact of not being able to gig and that sort of stuff, the lockdown, do you find that it's sort of enabled you to concentrate more on the music, maybe writing or?
I wouldn't say so. We're doing a lot of work for what regards like producing side things aside from music. So like we're just about to launch a new TikTok channel, and like we have a lot of stuff that is gonna come out on YouTube. So we can beef it up a little, because not being able to gig, of course, like it's less occasion for people to see what you do.
It's given us a lot of time to think about social media and sort of marketing and how we're getting engaging with people on the online side of things. And I think that's good, because it's sort of forced us to have to really focus on that, because at the moment that's the only way that we are able to keep people engaged and to develop new fans. So I think it's, you know, that's the silver lining, I guess, to this.
Yeah, I think it gave us time like to sit down and think, what are we doing exactly and how we can get to do it better.
Yeah.
And so this is what we're trying to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
on one hand, it's been creatively stifling or like music wise, but luckily we have a lot of material. And on the other hand, though, it has been useful to be able to get a hand on all of the admin side of things, kind of cement ourselves as an actual, you know, band.
Okay, fair play, fair play. Right, a bit of a daft question. What's the most useless talent you have?
I can tie my shoes with one hand.
Collectively or as a band?
Well, either individually or collectively.
Right. I mean, my useless talent is probably my very mediocre Donald Duck impression.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I didn't even know about that.
Did you not?
No.
You didn't know about that? Oh, damn.
Thomas, what about you?
I don't know. There must be so many to choose from.
Useless.
Oh, really?
So
Playing, playing bass.
No.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head either. I'm just too useful. That's what it is.
It's just too useful.
Fair enough. Fair
What about
enough.
yourself? What about yourself, Craig?
Yeah.
What useless talents do you have?
Oh my goodness. Good point. I don't know really. The wife probably says I've got loads, but I don't know.
Understand.
It's funny being turned on the spot like that. I just don't even think about it. I expect you guys to answer it, but hey.
I was going to say the same thing
Where-
about my girl.
Where's the best place you've performed? You know, is the best sort of gig you've done? in your
My bed.
mind?
No, I'm joking.
Concord.
We had a couple of like slots at Concord too here in Brighton, which I mean is a pretty amazing venue, because I mean like there's a lot of crowd that can attend. Generally, there were packed events, and like it has a different feeling. Like playing in a pub is great, and like seeing people like enjoying the music and jumping, playing in a pub. When you see like a couple of hundred people that you just like, they just like jump like in a wave.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Okay.
nice.
And it's quite I like the satisfaction of when we've put our own gigs on, and it doesn't matter too much for me, at least, how many people have attended. It's more like just because it's something to be proud of, and anybody who attends, it's nice to have that feeling that you have achieved something, and
Right.
people want to come and see the band regardless of where you are, and I quite.
What do you think? I mean, in Brighton, the music scene, obviously pre-lockdown, is it a spot on place for music?
It is and it isn't at the same time. It's an amazing place if you're doing indie, yeah. And there's a really active music scene, so that there are a lot of open mics, there are a lot of occasions. We are, we found ourselves in a situation in which we're too heavy to play indie, but like we're probably too light to be
We're not
inserted
heavy
in the
enough,
metal
yeah.
zone. So we're still trying to find like handle spotlight, but I mean, at least before the lockdown, it will start to work out. So probably as soon as the lockdown is over, especially with the new material that is about to come up, probably
Yeah.
we're gonna find some good spot
Yes.
around. Then we don't mind like going in other places to play. We played in Hastings, and we were booked for a festival in Canterbury towards May 2020, but that didn't happen because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Thomas, what do what is next for Demure then? Over the next couple of years, what do you see?
Well, we have our next single coming out. That's going to be pretty fun. I've been coordinating that. That's been quite a good experience for me. I mean, to be honest, I'm quite excited for the end of the lockdown, because obviously we're going to be able to gig more.
Yeah. So what about getting into studios? Are have you got a studio you use, or you're doing it from home?
We've got a producer that we generally go to his house, and where we record the drums separately at a studio, and then everything else we record at his with the amps and what.
Okay.
And but we are looking forward to one day, like we really want to try just going in a studio and playing the song as a band and recording the whole thing from the desk like that, just because I feel like it would like capture the energy, because we have a lot more energy in our songs when we play them live to when we record them. I think we all sort of bounce each other.
Yeah, and I think that we probably can manage like to rent the studio, but actually still have our producer in there.
Yeah, because we're planning to release after this single, we've got another one planned, and then an EP that we want to release at some point as well. And I think that would be really cool to do the EP that way.
Yeah, and if lockdown allows it, towards like the end of the year, so maybe like September, October, we were thinking about maybe doing a small tour for what regards like Kent and like the southeast of England.
Right.
Only moderately.
Moderately, I mean like 4 or 5 days in clubs. It's pretty much right, but at least it would give us the chance to bring our name out.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is kind of what we need at the moment.
Okay. So what's the best bit of advice you've been given?
Ever?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can either be musically or whatever, really.
Can I say turn down?
Turn your guitar amp down. Yeah, I've heard that quite a lot.
It's not just a facetious joke. Like sometimes, we've been like aided by other experienced musicians and such, like fine tune everything specific, and it's always good to have make sure the product that you're trying to put forward is as professional or as good as you can give it, and kind of something that I'm trying to like keep a good open mind of and about recently.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, listen.
Good move. Yeah.
So much.
Just to go for it. Just to go for it and do it. Just to stop worrying about so much and just actually do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess mine wasn't really a piece of advice, Well, it was more like when I was in high school and I had this English teacher, and I told her like, I wanted to play guitar in live. She kind of giggled. So I'm here, I'm playing guitar in live, and probably at some point her son will pay to see me. So why not?
Okay, fair enough. Right.
Hopefully, of course, like we're always joking, but
Yeah.
kind of drives sometimes.
If you could collaborate with anybody as a band, who would it like to be?
Anybody ever?
Like we can make a wish, or it's more like
Yeah, I mean, who would you like to collaborate with musically?
Yeah, this
I
is
would
interesting because I
collaborate
think
with Michael Sands.
yeah, I was thinking about
Sorry,
that.
Thomas, say again.
I was about to say that this is going to be quite interesting because I think most of us are probably going to say a different artist because actually each of us have very different influences. So for me, it'd be like the Beatles, for Josh
Right.
it would be Rival Sons, and
Rival.
then I'm not sure exactly for Simone and Jeremy because they have quite a few different.
I don't know if I want to be on the same stage as the other, but that's good. No, I don't know. I think probably like either Rival Sons or
Justin Bieber.
yeah. Actually, like Lady Gaga could be quite interesting when you think about it.
Yeah.
Right, now, coming up to the end of the interview, I always ask this question of all artists and bands. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for you being here musically now?
Ooh,
I would like to thank my dad.
that is fair.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my parents as well, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like my family is my first thank because, like, I mean, without them, I wouldn't be here. So it's great. And then, I don't know. I actually like just music because the way in which it makes me feel and it pushes me like to play more. And like all the music that I've been listening so far, they all carry a different emotion, and a different emotion is a different drive. And it's really nice to have all of them together, I think.
And
Yeah,
also
I
just
mean-
to sort of thank people like yourself who have given us the opportunity to talk about, you know, ourselves and what we do and get that out somewhere. So it's always nice to.
Superb, guys. No, thank you. Yeah. Look, guys, it's been great chatting with you. And I really hope, you know, this year and next year, you get everything you want musically and off you go. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Much
All right.
appreciated.
You take care, guys.
Thanks,
You
Thank
too,
you
sir.
very much.
See you later. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.